The double wedding ring is a traditional quilt block that's a favorite amongst many. We have a double wedding ring here, and with it you can see that we have our pieced arcs along with our centerpiece and our melon. Another variation of the double wedding ring is to do a solid arc. So instead of using multiple different pieces of fabric pieced together, we're replacing that with just one piece of fabric. Easy Quilting has made this really easy for us to do with their double wedding ring single arc template. It allows us to easy and accurately cut individual arcs that we can piece right into a double wedding ring without having to spend the time and effort of cutting and piecing individual fabrics for the arcs. In order to make this block, we are going to need the double wedding ring templates that'll be purchased separately. Instead of using A and B templates like we would to create all of the arc pieces, we just need the template to do the centers, the melons, and the squares. If you're not familiar with the terminology of the double wedding ring, this is the center, these are the melons, and the corner squares are right here, and then obviously this is the arc piece. In order to get started, first we're going to cut our center square. We start out with a 10¼ inch square, and using the template that comes with the double wedding ring set, we're going to line this up on the edge so that the cut edge of our fabric is right here with the black line on the template, and then we're going to trim this away. And rotating our block, we're going to continue trimming all 4 sides. After we've done that, then we'll end up with our center piece already trimmed and ready to stitch in place. In order to cut our arcs, we'll be using the double wedding ring single arc template. We're going to line this up on the fabric that we're using. And trim it out. Because of the way the template's designed, we end up having to rotate our fabric so that we can safely cut all the curves. And that will give us our arc pieces, just with a simple cut of the template. We'll also need to cut our squares, which I've already done, but they're 2 9/16 inch strips, and they fit perfectly to be cut here with the end of the template. In order to cut our melons, we're going to be using a 7¼ inch strip of fabric, folding it in half, and positioning our template along the straight line. And when we open that up, we have our melon shape cut. As we're laying out the block, we start with the melon, and then we'll have an arc on each side, and then a square at the end. And this gives us the look of the double wedding ring solid arc. As we're sewing this together, first we're going to want to sew one of the arcs onto one side of our melon and press that seam, and then sew squares onto opposite ends of the other melon. Then we'll be able to sew these 2 pieces together to complete the melon shape. As you're assembling your quilt, you will want to pay close attention to the pattern that you're working with, as it will tell you which arcs to join onto the centers in order to form rows so that you can put the entire quilt top together. The double wedding ring single arc is a really nice template that we use in conjunction with Easy Quilting's double wedding ring template to create an easier version of the double wedding ring, where we've got solid arcs instead of pieced arcs. This is a template that I had a lot of fun working with. It allows us to create the double wedding ring without as much time and effort as if you were making a traditional double wedding ring. I know it's definitely a template that I'm adding to my wish list.